Hey there everybody, Stuart here from The Talent Equation. I'm here with another coaching hack. Something I worked on last night with my under-14s group that I thought might be helpful and you might like. We were working on, they said they want to work on their intensity, their focus, their work rate, and also one of their other values that they really work towards is their respect. But we were focusing quite a lot on intensity and work rate last night. So one of the things that we started off with was we got them to work at a particular level and challenged them to work for 1 minute at that level. And their responsibility was to maintain the standard. So if they saw a teammate dropping in standard, they would say to them, keep your standard up, keep your standard up, keep your level up, keep your level up. And if we didn't see that, then we'd call out that they'd had a strike, which basically meant that their level had dropped and they needed to step back up their level of intensity. And if they heard that strike, then they'd have to look around, see who dropped the level and raised the level, or they'd remind each other to raise the level. And then that worked. Then we moved into another game whereby they had a collective responsibility. So I said the challenge is you've got to play for 2 minutes. You've got to maintain your standard. If you drop, I call a strike, and they've got to call it to each other, and they've got to maintain the intensity that way. Then we also went into a kind of a more adversarial game where they were playing against each other, and the team that. And then we flipped it. So instead of them getting strikes for dropping intensity, they were rewarded for examples of intensity. So what we then did was we were sort of giving bonus points to players if we saw really good hustle, we saw really good work rate, we saw players, going the extra mile, making the extra run, tackling back, working hard, all those sorts of things. And the game was obviously won by, for example, scoring goals, but you were getting as many points for showing really good hustle and intensity as well. And ironically enough, not ironically actually, unsurprisingly to be honest, what we saw was more people, we saw actually higher levels of intensity when they were being rewarded for the intensity than when there was a consequence for dropping their intensity. And so that's just an interesting reflection about the use of consequence versus kind of that positive reinforcement through game points, enabling that. Now, by the way, we also put a consequence on the end of that. The team that didn't get the score then had to do some sort of consequence that was defined by their opponents or predefined by the group themselves, which caused some consternation because there was a bit of unhappiness about the team that won versus the team that didn't. However, the consequence was completed and then they went back into the game and then they had additional work rate opportunities to engage in that. So that's my coaching hack for you for today about if you're working on players getting intensity levels, then number of ways of doing that. All of them were effective. Just interesting to note that the engagement and the intensity levels were higher when players were being given additional bonus points for their work rate and hustle. So there you go. Take it, use it, comment in the notes, tell me how you get on, tell me something that worked or didn't work. If you like the coaching hacks and you like the stuff you're getting on the channel, obviously subscribe. That'd be great, and maybe a thumbs up so other people find it in their feeds, and you can help others and other coaches out there. Anyway, I'll see you again very soon.